The first story I ever wrote was at age 5, and it was called The Magic Cushion, about, you guessed it, a lounge cushion that comes to life. Now, the Magic Cushion was never going to win me the Booker Prize, but what it had was the fundamental structure of a story. We'll cover what that fundamental structure is in a moment, but the point of my telling you that is that the basic rules of storytelling are innate. You know them already. All we're here to help you to do is to articulate your stories in a way that's going to stick in your audience's mind and serve your brand. So, the basic structure. You've heard it 1,000 times before. Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But let's look a bit more closely at what goes into each part in the case of a one-person interview. First, the beginning. The beginning needs 3 sections. In the first few seconds, hook your audience in with an interesting, relevant soundbite from the interview. This soundbite should come from pretty late in the story, when things are finally starting to resolve, but try not to give too much away.
And at last, after all this time, I was finally miserable.
Right after that soundbite, you have about 10 seconds to do your introductions and share any important context.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I've known Andrew since early 2017.
In the third section of your beginning, you need your single key message and your problem. The single key message is what the story is all about. The easiest way to think about the problem is, what was wrong in the world back at the beginning? Was your business inefficient with communication? Were you not reaching your customers? Were you a magic cushion searching for your family?
What I've learned is that all it takes to become miserable is just finding the right person. Around the beginning of 2017, I found myself too happy. I was really satisfied with my work, my friends, my love life. I just missed being miserable.
After the beginning comes the middle. The middle should be made up of your interviewee's attempts to solve the problem, and the last attempt should be the one that worked. You can linger on that last attempt a bit longer than the others because that's what the story is all about.
At first, I thought money was making me too happy, so I donated all of mine to charity. But that actually made me feel even happier, so I toyed with the idea of cutting off my left leg, but I couldn't find a doctor who would agree to do it. Finally, I heard from my friend about a real bastard named Andrew. Total f***it. After a lot of coaxing, my friend introduced me to Andrew, and I've been miserable ever since. The way he makes me feel like the scum of the earth is unlike anything I've ever witnessed. It's incredibly horrible. All I needed all along was just to meet the right person.
Finally, the end. The end should relate to the beginning and the middle. In the beginning, we heard about your problem. In the middle, we watched you solve it. And so, now what? How have things changed now you've solved your problem? Finish that up with a call to action, either using a recommendation or text on screen, depending on your interviewee and your content.
Now that I'm miserable, I'm much better off. Before I was too happy, and now I can get on with my life, knowing that I never have to feel that way again. I recommend so strongly to anyone feeling too happy like I did that they reach out and meet Andrew. They'll never feel happy again.
So remember, use your innate understanding of storytelling plus this simple beginning, middle, end structure to tell memorable stories that will support your brand.